Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna do a reading. We're gonna see what the message is today. Before I get into the reading, I'm probably gonna put a timestamp right here when the reading really starts, okay? Because I might be going on a bit of a rant here for a second, because there's something that I want to talk about, that I'm feeling called to talk about, okay? So because in the last couple of readings a lot has been coming up on the topic of like spirituality and witchcraft and magic generally, what's also coming to mind, we're seeing this more and more the last couple of years. I think since COVID, there's been a bit of an awakening on a collective scale, right? So we're seeing a lot coming out, especially like with Hollywood, okay? If you dive into that rabbit hole, what's going on in Hollywood and, the topic of artists selling their souls for money or for fame, okay? That's been coming up a lot. So it kind of reminded me of like this rabbit hole that I went down during COVID. I think that's where most people kind of woke up to a lot of things, right? Where everybody's bored at home, everybody's just watching a bunch of documentaries, and that's kind of where everything started for me as well. Okay, so I was bored as well, and I was watching a lot of Gaia. I don't know if you guys know Gaia, but Gaia is like a very spiritual platform where videos are uploaded on all kinds of different topics. It's super interesting. Okay, if you don't know Gaia, go watch Gaia. So it'll teach you a lot. So that's where I started getting a lot of information about a lot of different topics. Okay, but for some reason, I want to tell you guys about something that I did on my journey. So on Gaia, that's the first time I learned about the Anunnaki, okay? Or I was introduced to that, the ancient aliens. So that was like my first binge, right? With the ancient aliens, and I learned about the Sumerian tablets, and I learned about those origin stories. And from there, I got really into like the polytheistic cultures, right? I started learning about the different pantheons and the different cultures and stuff like that. Started realizing that basically every single culture, their pantheon, it's like the same gods, the same goddesses in multiple different cultures, just with different names, right? That's where I started kind of connecting the dots. And another thing that really broke open around that time was like those rabbit holes with the Catholic Church, right? For me, I've always been really into history, okay? So I was really trying to figure it out. So, in the Bible and just generally the tribes of the different tribes that ended up going into different parts of the Middle East, right? I wanted to figure out like when was it that we had one God all of a sudden? We went from all these cultures with multiple gods to only having one God, or the Abrahamic religions only having one God all of a sudden. So that was something that I was trying to figure out. And I started reading the Bible, but more of like as a history book, okay, especially like the Old Testament. And I wasn't just looking at Christianity as more of like a history study, but also, Judaism as well. And from there also, the secret societies and the different societies and the different knowledge that was passed down through the societies. Of course, a lot of these societies have been corrupted through time, but I'm not looking at that part of it as much as like, well, see, that again ties in with like the Hollywood thing, right? The Illuminati. Okay, it all ties back into history and the way that the knowledge was passed down through history. From there, you know, it goes into like the Hermetic principles, okay, the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. That's all stuff that I researched. I've been looking into that stuff for years now, but since COVID, that's where it really like cracked open. So for 6 years now, about 5 years now, yeah. I've been really getting into that stuff, right? So, and not just getting into it, but trying to understand it from like a historical standpoint, okay? And learning a lot about all of this ancient knowledge, all this historical knowledge, all of the ancient practices that have been passed down, that are being kept, you know, within specific circles. And also, you know, this has been going on for millennia as well. I mean, since all of this stuff has been recorded, it like it fractions off, right? You have the Illuminati, the Hollywood thing, but it doesn't just stay there. There's, you know, through history, there's a lot of different divisions, okay? But for some reason, that's coming up for me today, okay? That's something that's like weighing on me for some reason. Maybe because like the last couple days, there's been so much coming up with like magic and witchcraft and like even Satan worship that keeps coming out, like this. It's really making me think that someone is trying to accuse you of being like a Satanist, okay, or like a Luciferian or something like that, which is again this like Hollywood fraction of it. We're going into like Illuminati stuff, okay, which kind of reminds me again of like all that stuff, you know, with the Catholic Church, you know. And one of you guys wrote it in the comments, I forgot which one of you it was, but that also was one thing that was really off-putting to me, okay? Like the history of Jesus, okay? The history of what actually happened. Because before all of that, you know, Jesus was a Jew, and the Romans they had a pantheon of many different gods, and their practices were a bit... I mean, if you look at what kind of gods they were worshiping, okay, just look it up, guys. I mean, they did a lot of sacrificial things, okay? They did a lot of, you know, what is Saturnalia? What is the god of, you know, of, what is it, time and war and whatever? I mean, the gods that they were worshiping, very questionable, okay? So they had, at first they had this pantheon, right? And then comes Judaism. And then comes Jesus. And one thing I never could get on board with like the Christian or the Catholic Church is that you walk in and there's dead Jesus hanging on a cross. I always thought it was super weird. I'm like, why are we glorifying dead Jesus on a cross? Why are we drinking his blood? Yeah, whatever you put in, whoever you were that put that in the comments, that was one thing that has always turned me off the last couple of years. I thought it was fucking weird. You know, for me, the way that the Roman Catholic Church was able to manipulate Jesus's life and Jesus's death, the way that many people believe, oh, he died for our sins. That was one thing to me that never made sense. I gotta be honest. How is Jesus dying for our sins? Or was Jesus a sacrifice? Because that's what it feels like. To me, at least. That's just a personal opinion, okay? That's just my personal opinion. Everybody's going to see that in a different way. This might be a controversial take as well, okay? My thoughts, my beliefs might be a controversial take for a lot of people, but from a historical standpoint, okay? So... I don't know why I want to talk about all this stuff, but it's really bothering me that there's people here that are trying to say someone is like a Satanist or someone is a devil worshiper, when I don't even really know where that's coming from, okay? Honestly, it's making me feel like, first of all, someone's trying to discredit you. Okay, if you are a spiritual person, or if you are someone that believes in tarot or in divination or anything like that. It's really giving me a smear campaign. It's really giving me an attempt at discreditation. Okay, if you consider yourself to be a high priestess, it's giving me witch trials. It's giving me trying to discredit you and what kind, what you believe in, basically. Right? So if you're someone like me that says, oh, secret societies and, Freemasonry or the Knights Templar, like I said, all of those things started differently than what they are known as today. I mean, the Freemasons, when they first started, yes, they were the keepers of certain knowledge, but that's, again, that ties in back into like, the secret knowledge or the secret teachings of Judaism. Everything that these societies have kept is all, they knew that these kind of things in the wrong hands would be abused and misused. That's why they're called secret societies. That's why it's like there's divisions that have taken this knowledge, they've abused it, they've perverted it and made it into something evil. But it's like, I don't know if someone is, trying to go down that route. It's like, oh, because you believe in secret societies, you must be someone with like the Illuminati ties or something. It's like giving me something stupid like that. It's nothing different than what has been going on since the beginning of time. Anyways, it's like trying to make a connection to the divine, make a sacred connection to the divine or to the spiritual, make it something, twisting it into something completely different, okay? And I don't know, for anybody that really, really practices, I feel like I almost want to say like it should be obvious, but it isn't obvious. Apparently it is not obvious because there's people trying to like vilify you or discredit you or say that you're like, you're doing this, you're doing that. You're like, you're selling your soul. Okay, I got that in the other crime hours. Like someone's trying to say, oh, you sold your soul to the devil. Like, what are we, like in Hollywood? Okay, saying you sold your soul to the devil for money and fame, something like that. It's like, that's so stupid. Well, it is to me anyways. Okay, but you gotta be honest. There are people that do that. And the weird thing about it is that I feel like whoever is trying to accuse you of this is someone that has knowledge. It's almost like they're trying to throw something in your face that they also have knowledge of. It's like they're taking knowledge and they're purposely corrupting it and abusing it and perverting it to try and make it look like you are something that you're not. Okay? So I don't know. Let's see, what's going on here? What's the message? What's the message? The Nine of Pentacles. Money. The Six of Swords. And the Lovers. The Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this has something to do with a relationship, okay? Or a choice. Okay, the Six of Swords, someone trying to leave something behind or move on to peace. And then we have money. Somebody's finances, stability, financial wealth, independence. Okay. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? The Ten of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Wands. That's like a home wrecker. The King of Swords. I mean, the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Wands, the first thing that pops in my head is like a home wrecker. Okay. I mean, that's literally what these two cards looks like, right? Someone trying to wreck a home or someone Yeah, it could be a King of Swords. I mean, we do have the Lovers here. This could have something to do with a Gemini. It doesn't have to, though. What's the Six of Swords? The Chariot in reverse. The Ten of Wands. Man, something is not moving at all. Something is not moving forward, or it's just a lot of pressure. Someone is putting everything that they have into stopping you or stopping something. The Eight of Wands and the Tower. I mean, honestly, it kind of looks like someone here is putting everything that they have, like every last bit of effort and strength that they have into stopping you and creating a tower for you, creating some sort of distraction for you to stop you from moving forward here so that they can get away. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like, I'm going to put every single ounce of force and fire and energy into creating destruction for you so you can't leave, so you can't move on, so you can't move forward. Okay, what's the Lovers? The Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, this has to do with someone being exposed. Judgment. And the Four of Swords in reverse. So that someone here is being exposed, that's judgment. Judgment is being called here on someone to be exposed, and they're worried. And they're worried. Yeah, so again, look, because that's kind of what I was just talking about on my little rant here. If you're exposing people using your spiritual gifts, it's really making me feel like someone is trying to twist it to discredit you and make it seem like you're evil, like you're a devil worshiper, you're a Satanist or something like that, because you're exposing them. It's like, don't listen to them, they're only a devil worshiper. Don't listen to them, they're a Satanist. They're evil. It's like, see, that's how I can't really quite put my finger on it. If whoever is accusing you of this is simply ignorant of the spiritual, like, are they ignorant to this, or do they know a lot and are purposely twisting things around, right? So there's people here that are like scared. They're worried about your gifts. They're worried about something here. They're worried about judgment and being exposed. And so before that they can get exposed, they want to vilify you as being, you know, something that you're not. Well, see, again, now that I'm thinking about it, I have to assume almost that these people are ignorant to spirituality, because if you're out here doing good, okay, if you're out here tapped into the spiritual, you're tapped into the divine, you're getting divine downloads, you're getting divine messages, you're getting, you know, you're doing things in the light, you're doing things in the upright. People that dabble in black magic end up losing their mind, okay? People that dabble in the dark arts, there's a cost. And I find it almost, you know, this argument of, oh, collective sold their soul for something. I find it a bit ignorant, naive. I don't really know what to call it, because if you're actually into these practices, or if you're actually into the occult or the arts or the knowledge, or you consider yourself a hermit, a hermetist, okay? Selling your soul has a cost. I don't know what they're trying to say. I don't know, but that's what this is giving me. So tell me more about the Nine of Pentacles, please. The Queen of Wands. This has to do with a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords. Temperance in reverse. why do I feel like they said that you sold your soul for money? You sold your soul for money and riches and luxury. Is that what they said? The Five of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords. What is the Ten of Swords? The Fool. It's about you taking a risk, or someone taking a risk here, doing something naively here to cause a betrayal. What is this? The Ten of Swords. The Dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out things are coming to light. Okay, so things are coming to light now, okay? What's Temperance reverse? Engagement ring. Things are coming to light about an engagement ring. About a partnership, a commitment, a union, a ring, jewelry, an engagement ring. Okay, tell me more about this Nine of Pentacles. The Fool, it comes out again. It's about taking some sort of a risk or a new beginning, wanting a new beginning. The Queen of Cups. The Three of Swords in reverse. This has something to do with a Queen of Cups, a Queen of Wands, and someone taking a risk, or somebody wanting a new beginning, wanting to heal through some sort of heartbreak, wanting to overcome betrayal with an engagement ring. Okay. Grim Reaper in reverse. The relationship is over. No second chances in reverse. A relationship getting a second chance. Okay, what's the Five of Cups? Ten of Swords. Unconditional love, giving and receiving affection. Someone feeling betrayed, or somebody wanting to betray someone because of love and falling in love. What does this have to do with money? I'm not getting it. What does this have to do with Nine of Pentacles? Money. This has to do with a lie that was told. Oh, okay. This has to do with lies, right? Lies about someone receiving some sort of money. Okay, so we have a Queen of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Wands here. Somebody is lying about money that they got. So they're saying that they got some sort of money because they wanted to heal from some sort of betrayal or heartbreak. They got some sort of money for an engagement ring. And because someone was sad about a betrayal, giving and receiving affection. So they could have said that somebody gave someone money for a ring, or they gave someone money for a commitment, or they were going to give someone a ring because someone felt betrayed. They wanted to heal the betrayal, so they wanted to give someone a ring or someone some money. Okay, what's the Seven of Wands? The Five of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. This is someone that's trying to defend some sort of an investment they made, or some sort of financial news, or they're trying to defend themselves against poverty. Okay, what is this? Adjudication in reverse. It has something to do with being judged or judging someone. So So who doesn't want to be judged? Maybe these people don't want to be judged because of some sort of money that they got. They're trying to defend themselves with some sort of money. What are they trying to, why is adjudication reverse? The Three of Wands, the plan. High Priestess, Eight of Wands. No, this is the plan to discredit you as a High Priestess. To judge you, to have you judged for being a High Priestess. Or to call you silly. So the thing with the High Priestess is, you know things that you shouldn't know. Or you know things that you can't explain it. You can't explain how you know these things. You just know them. You can't explain how you get your messages. You just do. You just have these intuitive feelings, okay? Or maybe there's things that you know about these people. They don't like it. They don't like that you know the truth, and they want to discredit you. They want to have you judged because they've been lying about some sort of money that they got, some sort of money that somebody was given, lied about an engagement ring, lied about healing a relationship or healing some sort of betrayal. They've been lying about all this. So now the plan is, oh, okay, so we're going to try and, we have to get away with the lies. So what we're going to do is discredit the High Priestess. Okay, and call you crazy or what? Oh, don't believe them, they're just crazy. They're just a Satanist or what? So ignorant to me. It's really hard for me to wrap my head around this kind of thinking because I can tell that these people are very, very, very 3D, very, very, very 2025. Like they think that this world that they see every day, that's all that exists. Like they're very, you know, and for someone like me I just see things in way more layers than that. I just, you know, like I said, with all the research I've done through history, through all the different cultures, it doesn't matter if you go into the Greek principles, if you go into the, you know, the philosophies, you go into the ancient times, you go into the, you know, the Egyptian culture. It doesn't matter what, you go into the, like I said, the study of religion. You go into the study of the arts, you go into the study of, this just seems so trivial to me. Okay. So, what's the Six of Swords? The Five of Wands in reverse. So someone here is trying to get out of something, move on, and they think that they can do this without any conflict, or they think this will resolve their conflict. They can solve this problem here. The Star in reverse, by discrediting you as a star. It's like, you're not a star, you're not special, you're not this, you're not that, you're not a healer, you're not a light worker, you're not special, you're not this, you're not that. That's what this is giving me. The Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Something about you being heartbroken, or someone is heartbroken because you don't have any money, or you lack finances, or you are codependent, or you're not stable, or you don't have money. Okay, so what else? This is how this person thinks they're getting away with something. The Tower in reverse. This is how they think that they can avoid this tower. They can avoid a catastrophe for them, for their lies, by putting this on you. Okay, so they're trying to come and bring destruction to you and avoid their own destruction of their lies. The Ace of Pentacles. They're trying to avoid some sort of devastating destruction when it comes to this thing. Is this a ring? I mean, it does say engagement ring on here. Does it have something to do with a ring? Lying about a ring? That's what they're trying to avoid? What is that? The Chariot in reverse. It comes out again in reverse. Trying to stop someone from moving forward. Trying to stop someone in their tracks. Trying to stop someone's movement. Boat. Receiving what you need, progressing, arriving. It's like this person is trying to, it's kind of like a race to the finish line. That's how this person must see this, right? So they think that they're in a race with you to the finish line. And what this is giving me is that they're trying to trip you on purpose. They're like trying to put in hurdles for you or trying to throw things in your path so that they can reach the finish line first. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to reach the finish line before their lies come out. And they're trying to stop you from moving forward because they feel like that's the only way that they can make it to the finish line first. This person feels like they're in a race against you. And all they can do is throw things over to you that you need to jump over, hurdles that you need to try and get rid out of your way so that they can make it there first. Yeah, it's a self-absorbed narcissist. Who would have thought? A self-absorbed narcissist who's trying to progress and arrive here in their boat. And they're doing this with some sort of nostalgia, photographs, documents, signatures, screenshots. Okay, so how are they trying to stop collective from moving forward here? They're trying to stop you and put a tower in your path. 8 of Cups. They're trying to block your path. It's like, look, they're trying to get you to either walk away or they want to block you from being able to, it's like, okay, so what they're trying to do is either they're going to try and stop you from being a part of the race. They don't want you to even be able to, partake in the race to whatever the fuck this race is. Or they want you to just walk away from the race entirely and like throw up your hands. Okay, fine, I give up, whatever. So that's what they're trying to do. They don't want you to make it to the end. They want to block you or they want to get you to walk away. So yeah, they want you to throw in the towel. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. They want someone to throw in the towel and just give up. Why would you just give up? They want you to just give up. Give up what? Exposing them? No. That's like your life's mission at this point. Probably exposing these people. The 8 of Swords. The truth. This is the truth. They're trying to get you trapped, man. They are trying desperately to trap you. Oh my God, they are. And this is how they're trying to stop you from finishing the race, right? They're desperately trying to get you imprisoned, trapped, bound, so that you can't finish exposing them, so that they can shut you up. This person thinks they're in a race against you. And they're trying to get you trapped. They want you to just give up exposing them. No, definitely not. Don't ever stop exposing these people. The Moon. Illusions. Because of their illusions, the Moon and the 2 of Swords, because they've created all of these illusions. They've created all of these mistruths. Nobody knows the truth. Everything has a veil. Everything is unclear. It's an illusion. Secrets. They don't want people to find out their secrets. And I feel like whoever this person is, they know that you're out to expose their secrets. They know. They know that that's your one goal, is to bring down their tower of lies. So they want to try and stop you before you can. Okay? They know that you know what they did, basically. The 7 of Pentacles. They know that you know that they have been working together and investing into something here with other people and what they've been doing and what they've been working on here for a very long time. They know that you know that they are working together with this person, that person, these people, and that they're even a part of the plan, basically. Okay, so they don't like that you, High Priestess, know what's been going on. Right? And now they're trying to trap you before you can get to the finish line and get done exposing them. Okay, so they feel like they're in a race. Right, so what's the Lovers? the Seven of Cups, because they've been creating a whole illusion about some sort of a relationship here, okay? That's the illusion, that's the lie about a relationship, about an engagement ring, about a betrayal, about some sort of money, okay? It's an engagement ring, isn't it? The Seven of Cups, what is it? This is an engagement ring. Look, it even came out. So there is a whole ass illusion here about an engagement ring, about some sort of ring, about some sort of jewelry and a relationship. That's what they're so scared of? Why are they so scared of this? Huh? Why are they so scared of an engagement ring coming out? That's weird. Wait a minute, I just got a download. How much is this ring worth? How much is this ring worth? Nine of Pentacles. Is this like some, because what just hit me is like, look, okay, so I knew about a person one time, right? That would put their money in all different kinds of things, like, you know, like Rolex watches or jewelry or artwork. For some reason, something like that hit me just now. Is this ring the payment for something? How much is this ring worth? Is this ring not just a ring? Is it like a payment? Is it like something that can be sold for a lot of money? Is it like a payment? Is it like a bribe? Why are they so worried about this engagement ring? Why is it tied to so much money? Is this ring worth a lot of money? The Seven of... Oh. Ooh, look what just came out. The Wheel of Fortune. Damn, I got you, didn't I? Whoever you are. The Wheel of Fortune. That's why they're lying? That's what they're trying to get away with? That's why they're trying so hard to get away with this lie? So was someone like given money in the form of a ring? Or what is this? Like it was a ring bought with cash worth a lot of money, then it was given to someone else as a bribe. They don't want to give the ring back because it's worth a lot, or maybe they already sold it. I don't know. Why are they so freaked out about this ring, this jewelry? Why is it coming out as the Nine of Pentacles being worth a lot of money? How interesting. That's the oh man, look at this. That's the message from the High Priestess. No wonder these people are scared of you, okay? Honestly. They're gonna have to try a lot harder though than to call you a Satan worshiper, really. That's the message from the High Priestess. No wonder. If you also know whoever this is and what this is about, no wonder they're trying so hard to make people think you're absolutely batshit crazy, really. Because they don't want this to be found out. The Wheel of Fortune, that's going to change everything. When whoever you are or whoever needs to know this finds out about this ring or how much it's worth or what happened to it, was it pawned off? Was it sold? What happened to the ring? How much was it worth? Somehow that seems to be very significant in this reading, okay? Tell me about them being exposed here. Seven of Swords in reverse. This mature man is about to be exposed. High honor. Or they're about to be exposed to a mature man in high honor, okay? because these people were not thinking this through, or they didn't think that someone would figure this out. About how they received this money. About how they received the money, or what happened to the money, or where did the money go, or something about the money, something about jewelry. Is this how money was funneled away? It was put in, it was bought with jewelry and then it was given to people as like gifts, or is that the birth? Okay, what else? What else do we need to know? That's the message. Page of Swords, that's the message. Okay. Queen of Wands wanted, that's the message about what's being hidden. That's the message. Yo, I can't make it up. This is the message about how they gave someone something in secret. How they gave these people money in secret. How they secretly gave these people their bribe. People are being secretly bribed. Confirmation. Did you just hear that? People are being secretly bribed with jewelry. That's how they're getting their money. What? Oh my God, I can't make it up. High Priestess. Wow. Wow. I'm going to leave it there. That's why they're trying to trap the High Priestess. That's why they're so paranoid about this ring. That's why they're so paranoid about this money. Because the ring or the jewelry is the bribe. It is the bribe. Whatever that means. How much is it worth? Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it at that. That was pretty straight to the point, man. Okay. That was pretty straight to the point. So that's kind of ironic, right? Because at the very beginning, I was getting this message about how these people are, you know, maybe trying to vilify you, the High Priestess, saying you sold your soul for money. Meanwhile, these people are out here selling their soul for money, right? For rings, for jewelry, for money, right? A Taurus and a Libra. May, January, and a Sagittarius, and a Scorpio. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time.